my name is Aungelecette, and we're going to talk about the Mastery Rank 19 test. Sitting around with some friends and subs today in Discord, and we were discussing some of the pitfalls that people fall into and the different ways that you can do the Mastery Rank 19 test, and I think we came up with some fun ideas for you. First, you can always go to a relay, go to Cephalon Samaris, and practice your tests in the alcoves. First one we're going to look at is the Glaives. There are a lot of Glaives in the game right now, and you can use those to throw and get the enemy kills without being seen. You can also bounce it off of walls. It is important to note, though, do not use the new Path-Assist Glaive. Because of the maggots that it spawns, the maggots will actually cause detection, even though you're not seen. This may be patched in the future. However, at this time, the Path-Assist is not a good Glaive to be using for these stealth tests. A lot of people will use the combination of a Gunblade, which is the Redeemer or the Sarpa, in combination with Banshee, because Banshee's passive is to silence weapons. So you can take Banshee in with the Gunblade, which is normally very loud, and you won't be heard. One of the bad things with this is her animation while using the Gunblade is she takes a very big step forward, so if you're using cover, you can be seen. To counter that, crouch. If you crouch when using the Gunblade, the animation is pretty much rendered gone, and that way you can just still use it without being seen. Another way that Banshee's silencing can be used for a little bit of fun is currently in the game you can actually call in your Archgun and then use your super overpowered Archgun in this stealth mission. We used it only on the practice test because on all of my platforms I've already completed this particular test, so if you use it for your Master Rank 19 test and it does not work, please do let me know. I will apologize in advance, but it was a lot of fun to go ahead and just walk around with that massive gun and shoot everything. Another passive that's really interesting and makes this test more viable and easier to do is the Umbral Sword, that I will not try and pronounce, has the ability on its passive to grant invisibility on finishers. So with the new melee updates, I don't know if that will be removed, if that's going to be taken out of the game. If it is, I will update the video. But for now, you can take the Umbral Sword and let's say Atlas Prime, who is not known for his stealth, and go in and complete the Mastery Rank 19 because the Umbral Sword will grant invisibility. If you don't get the finisher, if you kill them wrong, then you lose the invisibility, but when you get another kill and you get the finisher, you will regain your invisibility. So if you use your terrain, if you use the stuff for cover around you, then it is a completely viable and absolutely fun way to complete the test. If you are concerned about losing the invisibility while using the sword, you might want to try Ivara. Ivara's passive is her enemy radar. If you look on the upper left, you'll see that it shows me where the enemy is, and not only that, it shows me which direction they're pointing. So while I'm back behind this cover, I can tell that the one on the left was looking away, and I could see when the one on the right turned, which made it very easy to come around and kill them. The final passive I want to look at is Wisp. Wisp's passive, while airborne, is that she is invisible, which means if she jumps, bullet jumps, glides, she's invisible, which means that you can actually use her to do this and get 0 kills. You can do it and use it to get the kills, or you can use it and just melee strike the orbs, because the actual requirement for this one is to melee strike the orbs and get the prisoner out. It is not to actually kill the enemies. They are just there to make it more difficult, to make it more challenging. So for this particular run, I went through melee strike the orbs, jumping around in front of them. They could not see me. It was a lot of fun. There is a momentary invisibility where you don't see she's invisible, but she is. As you can tell, I move out of cover many times and I'm never seen. This is probably my favorite, the fastest, and the most fun of the options right now for the Mastery Rank 19. If you know of any other ways, leave notes in the comments. I would love to hear it. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, please hit like, subscribe, and check me out on Twitch sometime.